Hello and welcome to a special episode of Long Beach Lens. I'm your host, Derek J. Simpson, Executive Director of the Long Beach Community Action Partnership. We here at PatNet TV and Long Beach Community Action Partnership believe that civic engagement and community advocacy are some of the greatest roles that we all can play, both as community partners in corporations and as local citizens. We have this year many qualified candidates that believe that they can be the next leaders of our school boards, in our local government, and in our community. And that's why we felt it was important to invite those candidates to our studio to record a 2-minute platform message, which you are about to see. We have also asked the Long Beach community to submit a question for our candidates to answer. The candidates have 30 seconds to answer the selected community questions. We feel that it's not just about what the candidates want to say or what we want you to hear, but it's important for us to hear from you so that we can pass on those questions to the candidates. And we're excited to see that they are willing to answer some of those questions in this episode. Please remember to vote on Tuesday, April 10th, because we all know that Long Beach is a great city. And with the proper leadership that believes in us as citizens and the vision that we all share collectively, that Long Beach will continue to be not only a great place to live and work, but a global leader that others respect and admire as well. Thank you.
3rd District residents have a choice in this election, and I'd like to remind your viewers to remember my name. My first name is Gordana, my last name is Cager, and that rhymes with major. My work as a community advocate in Long Beach for 20 years on quality of life and environmental concerns has shown me the success that comes with genuine community outreach, coupled with valued input and transparency that benefits residents and results in successful projects. I will work to reform the current practice of our City Council and staff, which sells predetermined outcomes on plans and projects to the community. This check the box community outreach has got to end. Our voices of our residents are being unheard and their concerns are being ignored. Some people will say that I'm just a community volunteer. And as a business owner for 23 years and a property manager, I know how to run a successful business and balance a budget. And those are the skills that I'll bring to the Long Beach City Council. How satisfied were you with the process that resulted in the latest version of the land use element maps? And should we be concerned that a $103 million pool to be built on our beach at sea level will likely flood in 30 years? And is it possible that a couple of expensive lawsuits against the city on the Belmont Plaza pool and the Southeast Area Plan could have been avoided had we had a city council that was genuinely interested in community input? 3rd District residents deserve a leader who will look for solutions to problems that include you and your neighbors in that process. And we deserve a leader who listens. The real concern is the lack of affordable housing in Long Beach. And shouldn't we be concerned that the land use element doesn't address affordable housing? More must be done to support the majority of our residents, 60%, who rent and who want to continue to live in Long Beach, to educate them on their rights, to enforce violations against slum landlords, and to protect them from unjust evictions. I believe housing is a right, and Long Beach is facing a housing crisis.
Hi, I'm Susie Price, and I'm running for re-election as your 3rd District Councilwoman. I ran for office in 2014 with some very specific goals in the areas of public safety, infrastructure, the environment, and community engagement. And I'm happy to say that 3.5 years later, we've accomplished many of those goals and have set the foundation for continued progress together. In the area of public safety, we have hired more police officers in the last year than we've had since 2009. We've restored Engine 8 in Belmont Shore, allowing for increased response times to areas such as the Peninsula and Island Village. And we've also restored the walking patrol officers in Belmont Shore. These enhancements have been tremendous for our community in the area of public safety. In the area of infrastructure, we have thus far repaved 32 miles of streets in the 3rd District alone. We used to only be able to pave 2 streets per district citywide. Thanks to your support of Measure A, we have paved 150 streets in 2017 as compared to approximately 20 in years prior. In the area of environmental benefits, we have restored the Colorado Lagoon, making the quality of the water an A grade from Heal the Bay Foundation and creating a walking path for all to enjoy. And we've also engaged the community in a way that they've never been engaged before, providing opportunities for input, feedback, through roundtables and community meetings and emails and social media contacts. It's been a pleasure to serve as your councilwoman, and I ask for your support on April 10th. Thank you for the opportunity. Long Beach, as well as many other cities in LA County, is facing a major housing shortage. We expect the population of LA County to increase by about 1 million between now and 2035. That doesn't just mean that people are moving to our city or to our county, but it means that our populations are growing. We need to find opportunities to increase and incentivize development of new housing, which I have done through the Southeast Area Specific Plan and the recent amendments to the land use element. Growth is responsible. Finding the place to do it is necessary. Thank you.
Have your taxes gone up in the last year? Both sales tax and property taxes have gone up substantially. Whether you own or rent, you're seeing that next month when you pay your property tax bill, or you're seeing it in your rent as that goes up. Sales tax has gone up. Residents in the 3rd District and other areas, they have told me that they're struggling to buy the same amount of items or the same food at the mom and pop shops. But one of the small businesses in Belmont Shore just closed recently, unfortunately. We're seeing more of those happening. Residents are asking me, where's the money going? They're asking for government transparency. It's your tax money. They want to see, where is it being spent? Okay. For City Council, people are asking for the basic needs, public safety, infrastructure. Can we concentrate on our parks and recreation? Can we bring back the pool, our parks programs, our safety? I know City Council has stated that some crimes have been reduced, but if you look at all crimes, they've actually gone up in the last year. More police, we have money somewhere in the city. Hopefully we could reinstate the rest of the police officers. I want to remind you that early ballots are out. It's very humbling to see that a lot of people are sending them in already, and I encourage you to send those, and also on April 10th, go and vote. Thank you very much. Rob Saban. For a housing crisis here in Long Beach, looking at the census data, what I've noticed is we actually have a drop in population from 2015 to 16, and I imagine that's gone down even more in 2017, waiting for that data. What I do see is gentrification. The low-income housing is being displaced with what's called affordable housing. Affordable housing, 1/4 to 1/3 of your income goes to rent, whereas low income, half of your income goes to rent. What I see is we need more low income.
Hi, my name is Corliss Lee, and I live in the 5th District in the Plaza neighborhood. I've been there for 24 years. I am a grassroots city activist, and what that means is I am not supported by big money or special interests. I am supported by the residents and the small business owners. I came into being a grassroots city activist at the time that the International Airport was proposed. I lived and worked by LAX within a mile of it for 30 years, and I can tell you that you do not want an international airport in your backyard. We successfully closed that out, and they did a receive and file. I moved on to the land use element in 2017. The land use element is where they wanted to put in apartment buildings up and down the traffic corridors in our city. That creates density. That's a big problem in terms of traffic and parking. It has infrastructure issues that go along with police, fire, schools, gas, water, electrical. All of those things would be impacted. Once again, I opposed density in the 5th District. As we moved on to closing that out with the city, and we had a successful closure on that, we're in the 5th District, we got rid of the density. I moved on to looking at how to manage the job of being a city council person. And what we need to do is we need our own council. We need to get together regularly so I know what you need and you know what's going on in the city. We need to promote transparency and honest and open discussion on all the issues. The Long Beach housing shortage is really a problem for Long Beach because our city is already built out. In the 5th District, what we can do to contribute to additional housing is to work with the idea of the granny flats. In other parts of the city, we may have the ability to do infill and to replace older buildings with newer ones and put in some affordable housing.
Hello neighbor, I'm Rich Steins. I'm running for Long Beach City Council's 5th District to bring fiscal responsibility back to City Hall. City leaders have raised our sales tax and approved a new $1.4 billion civic plaza, costing nearly $3,000 per resident in lease payments over the next 40 years. We're now facing $15 million budget deficits. We already have the highest sales tax in the state, and the city proposes increasing parking and ambulance fees to cover next year's budget deficit. Meanwhile, violent crime is up over 32% this year in East Long Beach. Why do residents have to pay the cost for the poor spending decisions of our leaders? We need to hire more police officers and firefighters, fix our streets and sidewalks, and maintain our parks. As your Long Beach Harbor Commissioner, I built a strong reputation of fiscal responsibility, saving the port and city hundreds of millions of dollars. I blocked the development of obsolete projects, canceled unnecessary programs, and I blocked the port's proposed $150 million purchase of the World Trade Center building, instead opting to purchase a building for $14 million in the 5th District to serve as the port's headquarters. I helped lead the port to their recent record year of business by engaging the community and port customers. As your next council member, I'll work with the council and city staff to stop out-of-control spending, restore public safety, and create good jobs without increasing taxes and fees. To find out more, see my Facebook page at Rich Steins for Long Beach and visit my website, richsteins.com. I believe we have a shortage of affordable housing in Long Beach. We need to correct the decades-old mistake of building cracker box apartments that don't provide adequate parking for our residents. Our policymakers must work together to maximize opportunities for redevelopment of older, outdated buildings into modern, affordable housing units to accommodate our projected growth in population.
Hello, I'm Councilwoman Stacey Mungo, and I have the great honor and privilege to serve as your 5th District City Council representative. Over the last 4 years, we've done a lot together, and I'm running today and asking for your support for re-election so we can finish the great work that we've started. In year 1, we went out into the community and said, what is it that's happening at City Hall that's not giving the 5th District, our side of the city, the resources and support that we need? We talked about public safety, we talked about infrastructure, and we talked about the quality and maintenance of our parks. We sat down and said, what is the methodology where streets are decided of whose streets get paved? And we felt that it wasn't appropriate for politicians and elected officials to make those decisions. So I took to City Council with the support of my neighborhoods, and we said, we want streets to be decided based on need. So the City Council came back with a revised policy and a revised plan and outline of every street in the city and what its need level was, and we put together a plan where over the next 6 years, we will see that the 5th District will get almost 3 times the funding that we ever got in the past. That street repair already started. This year, 86 streets were paved, and many more to come. And so with the support of you, I'd like to continue that great work and ensure that the 5th District maintains a strong relationship with the other council offices so that policy can continue to protect us. Next, we talked about public safety. We know that there were spikes in crime and homeless was on the rise. We took to programs that really said, what are the things that we can do together to make sure that we're getting those resources to the community we need? We worked hard and brought back $14.3 million from grants and other things so that the community could work together to solve homelessness. And we have so much more to do. So I hope that you will support me on April 10th and vote Stacey Mungo for Long Beach City Council. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your support. There's a lot of talk about a housing shortage in California. One of the things that's most important to neighbors here in the 5th District is how we address housing. Right now, we have a plan that includes having both senior, workforce, and student housing along our transportation corridors, where seniors and students can best utilize those resources. I hope that we can continue to work together on a solution that brings both market rate housing and other housing to the areas that can afford to have it.
Hi, I'm Jared Milrad, and I'm running for Long Beach City Council in District 7 to bring a new generation of proactive, engaged leadership that serves our entire district. A grandson of immigrants and the son of a single mother, I've spent decades serving others. I worked for President Barack Obama, founded a nationally recognized nonprofit organization that helps low and middle income families afford legal services, and developed technology-based programs to empower at-risk youth right here in Southern California. I love Long Beach, which is why I'm a small business owner, an animal welfare advocate, and a filmmaker who lives and works in our district. After listening to thousands of my neighbors across District 7, I've developed a detailed platform with a comprehensive vision to make our community stronger. If elected, I will work to repair our neglected infrastructure, improve our roads, sidewalks, alleys, and trees. I will protect our environment so that our children and families have access to clean air, open space, recreational areas, and healthy food options. I will help promote thriving small businesses throughout our district and cut red tape so that diverse entrepreneurs can get started and grow their businesses right here in our community. I will work to alleviate chronic homelessness using proven, evidence-based strategies that save taxpayers money, improve public health, and protect public safety. And I will help ensure that every resident has safe, affordable places to live and work. Together, we can build a better future. And I hope to earn your support, your partnership, and your vote on Tuesday, April 10th. For more information, please visit my website, jaredforlb.com, JAREDFORLB.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the neighborhood. We need to create more low and middle income housing using proven tools, such as inclusive approaches to zoning and partnerships with nonprofit developers. Building housing near public transit can reduce wear and tear on our roads, improve our environment, and grow our local economy. If elected, I will help families afford housing by supporting living wages, paid family leave, and affordable childcare. It's time for strong leadership to ensure that new housing serves those who need it most.
Hi, my name is Kevin Shin, and I'm running for 7th District City Council. I'm an immigrant who grew up here in Southern California, attended Claremont McKenna College, and received my MBA from George Washington University. I've dedicated my career to helping nonprofit organizations develop strategies for fundraising, marketing, and advocacy. And while my job gives me the opportunity to work with a variety of great organizations, my true passion lies in helping my community. That's why I helped co-found Walk Bike Long Beach, an organization dedicated to mobility and environmental health issues throughout the city. My leadership on those issues has earned me the endorsement of the Los Angeles League of Conservation Voters. My vision for the 7th District is focused around 3 key priorities: housing affordability, safe and vibrant streets, and a clean and healthy environment. Housing affordability serves as the cornerstone for so many things for our residents, including health, educational attainment, and the ability to build wealth. Safe and vibrant streets is about making sure that we have complete communities that everybody can enjoy safely and investing in the commercial corridors of Wardlow, Willow, and Santa Fe. Finally, a clean and healthy environment is making sure that everybody has access to clean air, healthy foods, and open spaces that all can enjoy. My campaign is focused on making sure that we're representing the voices of our community, which is why we are not accepting contributions from any political action committees. I'm not here today to build a legacy. I'm not here to use this as a stepping stone to higher office. I'm here because I believe in the power of people, and I want to work collaboratively with our neighbors to invest in a brighter future for our entire community and our entire district. My name is Kevin Shin. I'm running for 7th District City Council, and on Election Day, please vote Kevin for 7. The issue of housing is a complicated one for Long Beach. Now that we've passed the land use element, it's time to start looking at smart, responsible development. That means building complete communities where we're creating things like amenities for daily life, making sure that we're looking into transit, parking, and green space issues, as well as taking a holistic approach that looks at jobs and employment in addition to housing. We want to make sure to consider policies like inclusionary zoning, community benefit agreements, as well as a community land trust to ensure that we have sufficient affordable housing to meet the growing demand.
Has anybody ever asked you to participate in an epidemic? I'm Chris Serino. I'm running for Long Beach City Council, District 7. I have a home. I live on the west side of Long Beach with my wife Beatrice and my active dog Krista. I retired from Boeing last April after 32 rewarding years, and that's where I honed my leadership and people skills to gain the understanding that it's all about the people, they come first, and that's why I'm running. I have 2 initiatives I'm really passionate about. Number 1 is housing. We don't have enough of it for veterans and their families, for seniors, for the homeless, and for first-time home buyers. If you would visualize a large manufacturing site, a modular home manufacturing site inside of a huge warehouse, modular homes are affordable, they're structurally sound, they're efficient, they're green, and they can be built in a quick time frame. The second issue I have is about our parks. We have a lot of great parks in Long Beach, and some will argue that we need more of them. I disagree. I think we need to enhance, maintain, and beautify what we already have. This will ensure that we have community events that will bring the neighborhoods out to our parks, and families can enjoy each other. We can gain new friends for years to come. But I need your help. I need you to help me create an epidemic of positive change for the city. I need you to vote, get your friends, neighbors, and family to vote. I'm Chris Serino. Thank you for your time and attention. I'm up for change, and I hope you are also. I think we need to communicate to all the homeowners on a recurring basis the advantages of accessory dwelling units, ADUs. This can create additional income for homeowners and also provide a home for somebody new. Second, I think we need to push to continue to vote yes on Proposition 13, which is in November later this year, which allows seniors 55 and older to transfer their tax base if they want to move, thereby creating inventory for new home buyers.
Hi, my name is Roberto Uranga. I'm the council member representing the 7th District in the City Council. When you look at the city right now, it's doing very well. We're balancing our budgets, we're fixing our streets and sidewalks, and crime is down. Our economy is looking great, and we are fixing more streets and sidewalks than we ever had before. When you look at the city council race that we're having right now, I didn't just move into the district. I've been a 30-year resident of the 7th District. When me and my wife first moved here, we got involved immediately in our neighborhood associations so that we could make a difference in our neighborhoods and to make a better place for our children to grow up. I am the son of immigrant parents. I have, based on my background, shouldn't really be here, but yet here I am asking for your endorsement and for your support. I have the support of Congressman Alan Lowenthal, Speaker Anthony Rendon, Assemblymember Patrick O'Donnell, the mayor, the vice mayor, and my colleagues on the city council. I also am blessed to have the endorsements of our city employees, our Long Beach police officers and firefighters, teachers, and nurses. All of this because I have done because I have a record of accomplishments. Some of the ones that I'm most proud of is very easy. When I came on city council, City Hall was in disarray. We weren't balancing our budgets. Our deferred maintenance of streets and sidewalks was in the middle of that. And we were just in the process of trying to keep our budgets, our parks clean and safe. What I have done now at this point is we are hiring more police officers, so crime is down. We're balancing our budgets, so our economy is doing great. And we are fixing more streets and sidewalks than we ever have in the past. So when it comes to April 10 and your selection for City Council, I hope that you look at me, your clearest choice. Roberto Uranga for City Council, representing the 7th District. Thank you very much. We have an ambitious plan to find more affordable housing units and to rehab units so that people can afford to live in them. I believe that we should also have a fully funded Long Beach Housing Trust Fund so that we could get more units in the market. While I might not be a firm believer that rent control is the answer, I believe that that discussion is where it needs to be with the people of Long Beach.
Hi, my name is Manuel Gonzalez. I'm running for City Council in the 9th District. I went to Cal State Fullerton, got my degree in accounting, and I've been working as an auditor for the last 16 years, as well as substitute teacher for Long Beach Unified. North Long Beach, this is the truth. What we need is knowledge, okay? We need knowledge in health skills, job skills, and education skills, okay? Because it doesn't matter if we bring jobs, we can bring Google, we can bring Apple, we can bring anybody here. But if you don't have the skills to get the job, what good does it do you? Okay, I need you to go out and do your part and get educated and work hard, because it's not gonna get any cheaper to live here. It's not gonna get any easier. So unless you actually go do what you have to do, and I do my part, that's the only way it's gonna work. I'm here to fight for you, but I'm also here to tell you how to go down the right path. Thank you. I'm Manuel Gonzalez. Vote for me, April 10th, 2018. Housing shortage is going to be solved by the Loop. We're going to bring in a lot of apartments. We're going to bring in a lot more buildings. But the problem is, are you going to be able to afford to live there? That's the real question. You got to ask yourself, do you really want more buildings? I mean, can you afford the one you're living in now? So the only thing I can actually tell you that's going to help you in the immediate future is trying to find a way to increase your wages and get a better job and educate yourself to be prepared, because it's not going to get any cheaper to live here. And that's the truth.
Hi, I'm Long Beach Vice Mayor Rex Richardson and 9th District City Council member. I'm proud of the improvements we've seen in our uptown community, from the Michelle Obama Neighborhood Library to miles of new bike lanes and murals on our corridors to new development and coffee shops and retail right on our corridors and Atlantic Avenue on hand. And a lot has changed in my life as well. My wife and I have welcomed 2 new daughters who we want to raise in a community that's healthy, safe, and thriving. I'm proud of what we've accomplished together, but we didn't do it alone. Together, we restored Paramedic Rescue 12 and diminished our paramedic response times by 3 whole minutes. We've worked to make City Hall work harder, smarter, and be more inclusive and responsive to our community. And I want to continue working with you. That's why I'm running for a 2nd term on the Long Beach City Council. Join me on April 10th and vote for Rex Richardson for District 9 Long Beach City Council. Thank you. I grew up a renter, and I was proud to buy my first home when I was 25. I believe housing, affordable housing, it's a right, and it's essential to economic inclusion. That's why, as chair of our Long Beach Housing Authority and as a Long Beach City Council member, I've supported affordable housing, and we've reformed the Section 8 program, the Housing Choice Voucher Program, to make it easier and work better for renters and landlords. We need local sources of revenue to make sure we invest in housing for everyone. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Hank Kahn, and I am running for Mayor of Long Beach for the April 10th election. I went to Millikan High School. I graduated in 1985. From there, I went to Cal State Long Beach, and I received a master's degree in social work. For the decade that followed my college education, I worked with the homeless population. I worked at the Village Integrated Service Agency in downtown Long Beach for 3 years. I moved on to Humboldt County Department of Mental Health and developed a crisis intervention training program, and between that, I worked at Skid Row for LA County Department of Mental Health. And the decade that followed my college education, I helped people find homes. I believe we should make a brand new hospital, a trauma center operating room on the east side. I believe that we should stop the 710 expansion. I believe that if we put a train through the west side, which is already under Proposition 65, it should be electric, because we don't need to cause any more asthma and trauma. I believe that in our city we should solve homelessness, because I know how to do it, and that's through services. Not through brick and mortar solutions. We need psychiatrists, nurses, and we need case managers. I believe we should make the Long Beach Transit free on the weekend, because that will bring in commerce. It goes empty on the weekend. It'll help people with disabilities. It'll help people stay in our community and spend money in our community. It will be a good thing. In a city that is living 40% below the poverty line, national poverty line, in a city that has 20% living in the severe poverty line, we need to look at services. We need to stop looking at development because development will leave us flat and bankrupts. We need to give back to the community, and I want to work for you. We need rent control, and that is my #1 platform. My name is Hank Kahn. Please vote for me. In the last 3 years, we have had 30% rent increases citywide. For what we have in affordable housing as a city, we have lost through these rent increases. For every 1 affordable housing we build, we lose 100. There's only one way to stop the loss of affordable housing in the city of Long Beach, and that is through rent control.
I'd like to thank all of our Long Beach candidates for sharing their platform messages on this special election episode of Long Beach Lens. Be sure to follow PatNet TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates. We also welcome your comments and thoughts regarding this show as we strive to make Long Beach Lens a favorite source of local news, information, and entertainment. This show has been brought to you with support from the Long Beach Community Action Partnership. Thank you for watching our election episode of Long Beach Lens.